Hello, my name is Badis. I'm a year 12 student. This is our podcast called the Notice Podcast. Welcome to the Notice Podcast. Um, I'll let my friends introduce themselves.
Yep. Hello, my name is Gabriel Mejia.
Hi, my name is Louis Green.
And my name is Kamal Drumro. We're all in year 12.
Yes, and well, how about we get started? We're gonna talk about right now the hardest IB subjects in our opinions. So,
Yeah.
Who's going first?
all right, I'll go ahead. I'll say I'd argue probably HLAA math is pretty
Yeah.
hard.
That's a good one. That's a good
My,
one.
my
I agree.
brother like took it and he went through it. he struggled a lot with it. So
He still got a 7 though,
I'd
right?
rank it pretty high. What?
He still got a 7 though, right?
No, I think he got a 6 though, which is pretty good.
No.
My brother
Bum.
dropped out of it because he said it was too difficult, bro.
Studied like really hard, and my dad forced him into it, and like that's thanks to my brother. He's the reason that I don't have to be forced into it because otherwise, if I was the first one, I probably would have gotten forced into it.
Wait, Gabriel, do you take HLAI?
Yeah, I
think
think
we all do.
HLAI. I think we all do.
Did we all have the test today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so difficult, bro.
Dude.
I don't know
Yeah,
where
it
you
was-
guys started.
honestly-
it was so difficult.
I don't think it was that bad.
It was
There
pretty
was a
tough.
couple
It
sections
was pretty
which
tough.
there's a couple sections which are hard, but I think for all the compound interest questions, it was fine.
I think
Getting worse.
Louis thinking about dropping out already.
No, I'm not thinking
Really?
about dropping out.
Bro,
I'm thinking
no.
about getting a tutor, bro. Because that was like,
I'm gonna get a tutor as
Yeah.
well. I've been looking for one, and I
But those
can't
are so
find.
expensive.
I had one that was pretty good, but it was like
And
a
I
pretty
want
old
one.
man. So
I'm trying to get one in like
In
in like
person?
IRL, because online tutors. I feel like if I get an online tutor, I feel like I'm just gonna like I don't know, play a video game on my computer.
No,
that's
trust me.
not how it works, bro.
No, it is. Trust me. It's a lot
No,
harder
bro.
to focus.
Most of the time when you're an online tutor, you're working with a dude, and you show him work and he corrects you on it. You're not
Why are
like,
you assuming it's a dude?
Yeah, but
or
I
her.
like
I'm sorry. I just had a dude tutor.
I kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I kind of like the pressure of like having a guy like physically looking
Oh.
at you.
I
What
don't
about a
think,
gal?
I don't think a tutor's that useful, honestly. I mean,
You think
I
you
kind of
think
just
it's
correct
not
my own work. What?
No, but I think it's tough to
Think it's not
remember
useful?
like tactics.
No,
Yeah.
I think like it is useful, but I mean, it's just I don't think it's worth the price.
But
'cause
I
it's
mean-
really expensive.
Yeah, of course, but
You can find a cheap one. I had a cheap one a while ago, but he like moved to like Hong Kong.
oh damn, he really did shoot me.
Yeah, but it was
No,
I
like
think-
pretty good prices. It was like $20 for like an hour and a half, and he was like good at math, so it was like
Yeah.
definitely-
No, you
That's
can get
pretty
good prices.
But
It
I
was in
think
person,
the good
right?
advantage of having a tutor is that like you're kind of forced into like studying, because a lot of the time, realistically, we're not like doing the work we should be doing,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like having a tutor there, like having a tutor every week, that like forces you. So
I also think it's easier to correct things with a tutor, like go step by step. If you go like
They can-
ChatGPT or anything, it just gives you
Yeah.
wrong things, bro, and it's tough to find like something that's gonna give you a good answer.
That's true. That's
you
true.
can point your flaws out easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, back on the hardest subject though, I think HL English Lit has to have it.
oh, it's just because you take it, bro. It's just
No.
because
Okay.
you take it.
No,
No.
I'm sorry. Okay, no, it has statistically the
Yo,
lowest
fact check
sevens.
that. Fact
That's
check
true.
that.
That's true. They have very low.
We
No,
can fact
look,
check
look.
that. We can fact check that. It is
HL
the
English
lowest
Lit.
sevens in the IB.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard to get a 7 in English, but I don't think that necessarily means it's the hardest. It's just like most people would get like 5s or 6s, but that doesn't mean it's the hardest. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I feel like most people don't
I need to
study
find
for
hard.
English.
Define it
so
as
it's,
like
it's not much content because no one ever
Well, I
studies for.
define the hardest as the hardest to get sevens in.
that's fair.
Ah,
But then again, there's also like
That's
the one that takes the most time. The one that,
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't think
Yeah,
artists.
okay,
is
I definitely think HL English Lit doesn't take as much time as.
To be fair, you're reading a lot of books, like 13 books, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay, but
reading books isn't that
13,
challenging. bro. It's
13,
not
but
that
we're reading
time-consuming.
we're reading 4 books in SL
Yeah,
language.
same. In SL Lit, we're reading like, I think 8.
You're reading
no,
6.
And to be fair, mostly
Six.
you read the
Yeah.
books in class too.
6, 7.
Yeah, exactly. And you have like
Really?
set time frames to read the books,
Yeah.
so it's pretty
But
easy to stick
it is definitely harder, I think, to get a 7 in English lit than math. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's not as like it's not a clear thing to study for. It's very
I'm
And
pretty
it's also
sure-
really subjective. You know,
Yeah.
it depends which grader you get.
I'm pretty sure Langlit as well is pretty hard to get a 7 in. That's what my teacher said.
Yeah.
and
I still
also
think
history. History is also super subjective. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly. I think that's a problem with like graders. You know, you can't really. It's hard to get grades on like high grades and things like that because you know it's always like just because you're like the last person in Pal, you might get the worst grade. You know, because someone already
I mean,
said
that's-
the same thing you did.
yeah.
On the topic of 7s, you guys know that last year in theater, 100% of the students taking theater got a 7.
Yeah, I got only 7s, bro.
No, I'm talking
Well,
about.
yeah,
no,
I
I'm
probably
talking
would
about
have gone
IB
7.
Oh,
Oh, we're talking about IB. Oh. Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
100%
that's-
of
that's-
IBs either in London.
how many people
theater.
even take
Got a
theater?
7.
I think like 8. You know.
8? Like 6, 7, 8?
But do you think less students take music than theater?
Definitely, bro. I don't know anyone taking music. I
Yeah.
think
No,
maybe
but think about
couple.
it.
I don't know
The
any
entirety of Matthew takes music. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that doesn't count.
Really? I
don't
thought
wanna
they
say
took
there's
art.
no, like,
No. Some take
That's an
art,
IB
obviously.
subject.
Like Paul takes art.
We're talking
Yeah,
about.
you can either take music or art, but that's
I'm
it.
talking about IB subject, you know.
Yeah, but he said the
I wouldn't
entirety.
put
He was
music
talking about
in there.
maturité, là.
Yeah, but I'm not. Why would maturité count as an IB subject? You know, we're talking about IB subjects.
Oh my god, bro. Just...
No one takes music.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you mean like
I
Matthew
haven't met a
students?
single person
Okay,
that
yeah,
takes
that
it.
doesn't matter.
I know like maybe 1 or 2 people who took it in IGCSE, but now like they're extinct, man.
Yeah, no, it because they just didn't know what
Extinct.
to choose for the extra.
But
you know?
Chris was supposed to take music in IB, but then he was like, he dropped out. I don't know why. Took computer science instead.
I don't know.
Good
If many
choice.
people like, I don't know how it's not in like debt, like heavy debt. This music department. I feel like they don't
Well,
get mad.
because
Yeah.
they got the entirety of like year 7, 8, and 9. to
Yeah,
take
but so
care
does like every other class.
Yeah, every subject,
To be fair,
almost.
there's only like what? There's 2 music teachers.
Yeah, there's
Right.
3.
Yeah, there's not that many.
Three.
Oh, 4.
Yeah,
Monsieur
there's
Dubout.
No,
Four.
there were 3, right? We'd
Monsieur
like
Dubout,
cycle with.
the
We'd always
women's
cycle
teacher,
with the 3, wouldn't we?
Mr. Aram and Mr.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
we'd
forgot
always
what her
have
name
like
was.
we'd always have like the live band thing. Then we'd have, I remember we had like the DJ thing or the guitar, and then we had body percussion. You remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Body percussion.
Body percussion.
That
I
was
hate it.
funny.
I hated it so
You
much,
hated it?
bro. It
I
was so
remember
bad.
during COVID, like during quarantine, we had to like film ourselves doing body percussion. That was really
I
fun.
Oh,
remember.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Wait, let me try and look in my Google Drive if I can find it. If I
Or
can
in
find
quarantine where we had to do like those PE in COVID, bro.
Bro, talk
Yeah.
about that. Whoever
it.
did
I remember we
PE
had to
in
do kung
quarantine.
fu once.
It was actually really fun. They had like some crazy exercises they had to do.
Yeah.
I feel like they tried their best. I feel like they did their best with the like materials we had. You know, for the first one, we didn't have Google Meet or anything. I think like they kind of nailed it. You know, this in the videos or anything.
You know, in one of the Google Meets, I played a cheeky prank. I put a still image of me sleeping,
There's
and
Oh, no.
I cheekily pranked the whole class. Everyone started laughing, and the teacher was like, come on, what are you doing? Yeah.
Bro, you know this one time. No, not this one time. It was like every day. I would like, I would like pull up in like I wouldn't wear pants, right? Because like that's what everyone
Yeah,
did,
'cause it's
right?
Google Meet.
But my mom would get really pissed every time because she's a teacher, right? And she's like, "Your online school is still school." And every time she like barge in my room and force me to wear pants. And I get so annoyed. I'm like, Mom, no, I don't want to wear pants. But yeah, I remember that from quarantine. That was funny.
yeah,
Yeah, I
bro,
was-
quarantine was some interesting times, bro. I can't lie.
That
Yeah.
was really
Bro,
fun.
as someone who lived in France, bro, like not being able to go outside without attestation
Right. Yeah.
to walk my dog, that was tough, bro.
Really, you
France
can
had
go
more
outside at
shit.
all.
No, you could
it's
with a
tough.
piece of paper explaining why you had to go
What?
outside to walk my dog.
Did you ever get
This is why
stopped?
Switzerland's better.
Yeah, I got stopped multiple times.
Really? They asked you for the paper.
Yeah, but most of the time I was like right next to my dog, so it's kind of obvious. But when I'm not, like, we're just a bit far away, you know. They definitely do ask. I think I saw like a dude dressed as a dog once.
What?
The dog.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I did.
Was he
What?
walking himself?
No, someone was like with him.
Someone was walking his dog.
Yeah, it was trippy, bro. People went
Okay.
people went the dark times for that. Some fresh air,
Yeah.
and now we're taking it all for granted.
Now we're just staying inside and not
Exactly.
doing anything.
Yo,
It's like voluntary quarantine, isn't it?
we're kind of
That's kind of crazy to think.
okay.
That's
On
so
the topic of like back to hardest IB subjects, I'd say the big three, in hardest IB subjects is HL, AA physics, I mean math, HL physics, and HL chem. Do you agree?
I don't know. I feel like as someone
I
who
don't
does
think
HL Chem,
Chem is the hardest subject. I agree that I was pretty bad at Chem in IGCSE, but I've
I
heard
got C.
from a lot of people that Chem in IB is very different from Chem in IGCSE. In my experience in IGCSE, you learn a lot of like random facts and you don't really know how they work. You just kind of like have to like learn it and like accept it kind of. Whereas in IB, it's a lot more conceptual and you learn a lot more concepts instead of like blind memorization. So that's why I think that Chem isn't as hard as you might think it is, just because like last year it was like kind of hard for us.
but I
Okay.
mean, as
So
someone
you're
who
saying
does HL Chem,
wait,
like, I
wait.
kind of agree with him. But at the
But
same time, I don't agree with you. But
so
it's,
you're
it's
saying-
pretty
The
challenging.
hardest, though.
It's
You're
like
you're just
it's
saying
really different. But
IGCSE chem is easier than IB chem.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm
No.
saying that like the way chemistry is taught in IGCSE is like not harder, but like
It's just
it
different.
makes you hate the
Different,
subject
like,
a lot more.
harder to pick
than-
up, you know?
than-
yeah, I get that.
Once you get it, it's easier. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and like yeah, I'm saying that like the content you learn is how do you say this? It's like logical content, whereas in IGCSE it's like random facts.
No,
like
bro, you'd be surprised how unlogical it is.
Yeah, that's what I've
Like-
heard from people.
As someone who does HL Chem, like it's pretty challenging, bro. But at the same time, I kind of agree with you. Like, you go more into depth about everything. I mean, we most of the time we just learn that like what we learned at IGCSEs was like completely wrong,
Yeah,
and so we're kind of back to square one, which is a bit annoying at sometimes. But it's interesting. It's just like a long syllabus, and it's a lot of notes.
I feel like putting
Okay.
physics, chem, and math AA makes sense, but you gotta put like at least English lit or history HL in there.
English
Something.
I don't know
Yeah.
about history HL. I think English is much harder than
I don't know.
history.
Yeah, maybe.
History is a-
But it's just like, look, the way I feel it or like see it is that these other subjects you can genuinely study for them and hopefully get a better grade the next time. English, you just kind of have to accept your level or like do something really,
gotta be
really
good.
hard.
No,
It's like you gotta-
not really. I mean, for English, you can practice. You can like write practice
Yeah, but
essays.
you don't understand what I'm saying when like it's a long, like the path isn't as clear to getting
No, yeah,
better.
definitely. It's like it's
It's-
much more
These other
like
STEM
vague.
subjects.
It's not
So
like
that's
learning
not-
facts. It's more learning skills. So it's different.
Which makes it so much harder because it's not as clear.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, you gotta imagine how many facts there are to memorize. You know, if you take HL, like
true.
I don't know, like physics, the equations you have to memorize.
And
Yeah.
history.
It's not that
Like,
much, it's just-
History this year, I'm pretty. Mr. Todd told us that it was like the last year that we're gonna have so much content for, and then like next
Yeah.
year, they're lucky. They're gonna have like less content to actually like memorize. So right now, HL history is probably like a lot of content if they're like lowering it. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like some subjects have already been lowered, like bio. They've lowered the content amount, but in
Didn't they-
in
in
history
Chem
they
and-
still haven't done it, and that probably means that it's quite a bit to memorize, with all the dates and all the details as well. You
But
know?
didn't they like increase the syllabus in like I thought it was like physics or chemistry?
That's
so-
what Joran said. but
yeah.
I-
Apparently, biology got easier, but chemistry and physics got harder. That's what he told us.
yeah.
So, just keep it
That's
with
what
a
he told
pinch of salt. We
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but
Okay, bro. Okay, should we move on to our next topic then? Or do you want to go for
Yeah,
easiest
sure.
subjects?
Easiest, I
Easiest
think, is it's like undebatably theater.
no.
How do you explain?
I don't know,
100%? people getting sevens.
Okay, but
That's
it's
true,
probably
but there's
only.
still a lot of working in the theater. Like you have to be there a lot. Like
I think
It might be easy to get this
the
grade.
reason why there's 100% in theater is because it's genuinely people who want to be there.
yeah,
That's why it's
they,
that.
And there's not that many
they're
people
passionate
either.
about it, bro.
There's only like
You know.
you said
There's only a
6,
handful
7
too.
people. every
Yeah,
Whereas
that's true.
things like okay, maybe like I have no clue. I have no experience with like business management or any of that those types of subjects. But I guess business management would come out as the easiest for me. I couldn't really think of anything else as easier.
What do you mean, like business, like the class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Uh,
ESS.
yeah, ESS. I've heard stories from
Yes,
ESS.
isn't as easy
Stories.
as it's like seen. Florian wanted to do it at some point, but he said that people were saying it's really hard or something.
Sorry, ESS.
ESS.
Yeah.
Sorry, ESS.
Wait, wasn't he gonna switch from what was it like physics to E ESS?
Okay, but Florian was very confused for a certain time. He didn't know what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he switched to like 16 different classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
But
our
I mean,
history
as a
class
lot of
for
people
just a
did,
couple
which
days.
I mean, you kind of have to.
No,
you know?
honestly, I don't even know another person who switched to classes. Honestly,
I do. I saw multiple people switch classes. A lot of
Yeah.
my higher levels.
Yeah.
people
actually,
dropped
that's
out.
not true. The only class I've seen where people have left is ICT. That's the only one.
ICT in IGCSE for me was rough, man. I don't know how I survived it. I don't know why I'm so bad. I don't know. I was like really bad at it for some reason. I just had to tank it through and like, yeah.
All right, talking about
You know-
that. What's the worst grade you've gotten like ever?
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't think I've
like
ever
year
gone.
7.
I don't think
What?
I've ever gone below 3.5.
You got a
I got a
3.5
2.
and what?
I don't remember, but I probably got a 3.5 somewhere. Actually, I don't think so. I think probably got just like 4.
I feel like 4 is like a decent marker. I remember in history, French,
4.
that one test, everyone got 4s.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever gotten a 3.5. Actually, never mind.
No, but
But you-
my lowest
I think I
grade.
might have gone a 3.5, but in year 7 though. If it isn't a 3.5, then it'd be a 4. But I don't know.
I feel like everyone's gotten a 4 once in their lifetime. It's kind of. What about you?
Yeah.
Kamal?
So I took in IGCSE for the first
Oh my days! I remember
few months.
this.
I took accelerated
Oh, it's
math, right?
rough.
and so I'd get like 4s. Then on the midterm, I got a 5. I was like, okay, all right, maybe we're improving. The very next test, bro, I got a 2.
Oh no!
That's tough, bro. That's gotta be a hit to the mental. And then you dropped my
No,
class.
I know.
Bro, I
And
did
then-
the
and
same
then-
thing, though.
Yeah, we had Mr. Wynne Jones, and then after I got the 2, he just pulled me aside and he's like, maybe you should think about moving down. And I was like, yeah, no, I agree. So then I moved
You
on
were
to
in Mathieu
accelerated.
as well,
I mean,
right?
extended. What?
You took Mathieu at the beginning, right?
Yeah, for like the first 5 weeks. I mean, after like the first day, I was like, bro, I don't want to do this. I want to move out. But they kept me in there for 5 weeks because they were like, I don't know, making timetable or something.
Right.
I don't know
What
about
made
you
you
guys.
dislike Mathieu so much?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's like it's way more isolated compared to the rest of the school, and I think that's a huge issue that stems from
Right.
the
I
Master
also think in
program.
general, it's isolated as a program.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty
it's well, I mean, I don't really care about that. I'm probably going to go to Swiss University anyway. But in terms of the school, I mean, you're hanging out with the same people all the time, and like you never. It's a very small group all the time. Secondly,
Wait, but if you
is
want to
that
go, if you want to go to
what?
Switzerland, why did you not stay in Mathieu?
Because I just didn't like it. I can still go to Switzerland with IB. I can go other
Yeah, I
places
kind of
as
get
well.
that.
Mathieu.
What?
My
can
brother
get an
took
easier
IB and
Mathieu.
he's in a Swiss university right now. So
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
it's
but
just
I mean, like,
What
The
did
Mathieu
you?
bro. Have you seen like Paul and Gregor's timetable? They take
you
the
know what?
matches.
It's not even as
Oh,
bad
it's-
as we
It's
first thought
bad,
it was.
but it's because of the amount of classes they have. I feel like they have
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
theater
also a
and
bad thing.
a
I
lot
need
of
free
like
periods.
music and a lot of art, and It's not that horrible of a subject. You don't just go in and don't do
Well, yeah,
That's
but
true,
you
you're
still
right.
want free
They
periods,
do a
don't you?
lot of art.
I mean,
You'd be surprised how much art they have.
You know what? My free periods, like, they're not much more frequent than theirs. They're not like I have maybe
well, that's because you take four
three
HLs,
more
right?
than theirs.
Or,
You take four HLs, right?
no, it takes
No.
3.
I can take 3.
No, oh no, but you're computer science. You're basically doing HL computer science right now.
Yeah, but that's only for like a certain amount of time, which I don't know how that really works. I don't know why I'm considered as a 4 HL person, but even if I didn't have an HL, it's not that crazy of a difference between us and Metu.
I mean, we have what? We have 6 periods, 6 free periods a week, I think, on average.
I
Like
think
6 or 7,
7
maybe.
free periods words.
Okay, bro. Yeah, 6 or 7 free periods per week.
No, I genuinely think it's 7, by the way.
No, I have
Okay,
8.
I know, I
have
know.
8.
Yeah, but you have
Yeah,
6 in
hey.
the second week. So
I have 8 and then 6. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah,
7.
7, 6, 7, 7. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. Should we move on to the next topic?
Sure.
What's
Anything
the
you wanna
next
bring up?
topic?
How about we talk about damn.
There it is.
Talk about what?
Okay. Question: If you know how like IGCSE now, they're the first year they have like a PE. You can take PE as a subject.
Really?
Yeah, you can do an exam for PE.
In IB?
Would you think anyone would take in IGCSE? Would you take
Oh,
would you
IGCSE.
think anyone would take PE as a subject in IB?
That,
If it was
do
an
you
option.
think it exists?
No, if
want
it
to
would
be
Actually-
exist.
sports scientists, though.
What?
So people want to become sports scientists or sports.
That's
Sports doc.
true. That's true.
I don't
But I
think you
still
do
feel
much for
like-
sports science though. I mean, we're talking about PE. It's just, I mean,
Yeah, but of course
PE
the
is different in
curriculum would
different
be
schools,
different.
but in the shot, it's mainly just actually doing something. And in Nations, I heard because my mom's a teacher in Nations, and my brother also goes there. They do more than just PE. They also like research about the body and stuff like
Like
that.
kind of bio.
You can't, kind of.
Like sports science, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like sports
Like,
science.
you know,
But here,
in year 8, we did that once, and we had like a test about the bones.
oh, the bones. Remember?
Yeah, the bones of the I don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
anything
I,
about
I, I
that.
I
did
but
forgot.
that.
Ow, ow.
Having a PE dispensation though is like amazing. I'm sorry. On Thursday mornings, I get to sleep in and I get to pull up to school at like 10. That's amazing, man. I do not regret
No, but
skipping PE, respectfully.
even
Just
if I
lucky.
fractured my wrist though, I still gotta pull up, and I gotta get like a
Yeah,
I gotta get like a card so I can go to the library. Then I have to come back to get it signed. I wish I could kind of just sleep in. I mean, that'd be
That's
great.
kind of
but-
ridiculous. You should be able to just like ask your teacher, like email
Bro.
your teacher and let them know.
it's
That
actually
sounds
crazy. I don't know why we have to do this. Like
I don't-
showing up for PE is a very pointless thing. If I'm just gonna sit on the side and watch everyone run.
Yeah, or go
It's
to the
like a huge
library.
waste
I
of
mean,
time. I think as an IB student, you should have, you should like, maybe if you're in like year 7, fine. Year 7s shouldn't be like walking around doing nothing. But like, if you're an IB student, you have
Yeah,
like
put a bit more trust.
what to do. Like, it's a waste of time to just pull up to PE and just sit there.
You guys are also like going on to be adults, like actual adults, and still going on to do PE every morning, like
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
Thursday morning. It's
Like
kind of
grown men, and they still have to go to PE like for no reason.
Yeah.
yeah, it's especially since
Yeah.
like I don't think anyone in our well, I mean maybe there are some people, but a large majority, if not all of the students in our year, do some type of activity during the week.
Yeah,
So
I'd say I'd say like a solid 80% of our kids in our year
Yeah.
do a
Maybe-
sport.
I'd argue maybe more because like
No,
everyone does everyone
I mean,
does an
you-
activity.
no, I know
Yeah.
a lot of people who don't do sports.
oh,
A
if
lot
you
of
go to the
Yeah,
gym,
maybe.
that's an
people
activity.
who are just naturally healthy, like who have very fast metabolism, so they're like very thin.
Like,
No,
you
but
know.
I'm pretty
don't
sure
feel-
everyone I know still at least probably goes to the gym or does something. Even I go to the gym.
I know
but-
I know a lot of people. who
Come on,
don't
you
do that.
yourself spent a long time doing nothing. You've just
No.
gone back in the gym recently. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. The summer was
Just
just a
admit it.
break, you know.
Huh?
Now it's summer was a break, so
When
no,
did
I just couldn't
summer?
get the subscription. I just couldn't get the subscription. It was an issue with that.
Yeah, sure, sure, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then I feel like it makes it so that like the PE teachers are like really forcing and like
Yeah,
these kids need PE.
they feel
Yeah.
like they need to protect their like job, like
Or they're
No.
gonna go instinct.
their
In
subject.
in my opinion, I think PE should be more often if it wants to actually make a proper impact
No,
on our
no,
lives.
completely
Yeah,
disagree.
yeah. No, no.
No.
Why?
Once
Why?
a week is perfect amount, if not too much. You know what I mean?
No,
I feel
but it
like
doesn't. Look, it doesn't. It either it does nothing. I mean, the whole point of PE, in my opinion, would be to actually impact your physical life. But if you're doing something only once a week, it doesn't do anything. I mean,
yeah, but
even
you can't
the
ask a
PE
kid
teachers
who's doing.
themselves, they're like, use it or lose it. And after 3 days, you're losing it. So, but we're only doing it at a frequency of once per week,
No,
right?
but you can't ask a kid who's doing regular sports to go to PE also every day. That's just adding
Yeah,
on.
sure. But
Because
then what would you say serves the purpose for a one and a half period PE every week?
I'd say, I don't know. I'd say like
Just fun.
tracking someone's progress and having like a class where you kind of like
Okay,
check it
yeah,
all
but their
out. You
way
know,
of tracking progress
with
is
friends.
completely inefficient and
Yeah,
quite frankly
agreed.
unfair.
Yeah,
That is true. That is
I
true.
like
Yeah.
completely agree. I think it's
They,
flawed, but
they
I
like
think the idea behind it. You know.
a lot of the tests they did were kind of stupid. You know Paul, right? Paul, he's like he does water polo with me. He wanted to get a dispensation last year because he's like training. He was training a lot. He's not training as much now, but he was training a lot last year, and he wanted to like get off PE, right? Because it just like takes up his time, and he's already doing like a decent amount of sport. And when he asked Mr. Kant about it, Mr. Kant said that his like stretch test, like this test where you like have to like touch your toes, wasn't good enough, so he couldn't give him the dispensation. And I think that's a bit silly because what does like yeah, of course, flexibility is a part of being athletic, but how far you can like touch your toes doesn't define if you're like exercising a
But
lot
they're
or not.
scared to give out too many
Yeah.
dispenses, or else no one's gonna show
Yeah,
up to PE.
that because
That's true.
that's what I'm
That's true.
saying.
But
They
when
have
someone's
made
training like 4, 5 times a week, it's just the fact is PE's like I don't think it's
Yeah.
useful. And
Yeah,
I would argue as well that like for a year 12 student, unless you're like really inactive, PE is like not really necessary. I think you should be responsible enough by that time to take care of your own physical
I think
health.
even if you are non-physically active, I don't think PE child pushes you to your limits ever.
I think that should be up to parents to like push their kids to do like the bare
I think it
minimum.
should be up to themselves. If they want to push
Well,
themselves
yeah,
to the limit, they should. If they're not, you
yeah.
know,
like
not willing,
There's
the
they don't.
fact the fact that like the requirements to get dispensed are so high actually proves their point. They had to push it so high since almost everyone already qualifies if it was any lower than what it already
Yeah,
is. Right now
exactly.
it's being elite. Right now the requirement just to get dispensed from school PE once a week is competing at a national level or in national competitions.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane. This is way too high.
yeah.
No, I agree.
And also that also gives advantages to like for me, I have a pretty niche sport like water polo. It's a bit less competitive. It's quite a bit less competitive than like football or something. So it's like it's a lot easier for me to get to a national league in like water polo than it is for someone in football.
Yeah,
Like, but
It's
I'm not
true.
saying I don't deserve my dispensation because like I train a lot and I train hard, but I'm saying it's easier for me to like reach the criteria for it. Whereas someone who could be training as hard as me just is like a more popular sport won't get it. So that's like kind of unfair as well.
And in my case, I train like well, I train almost every day of the week. I think, and it's I've been consistent for years now. But the thing with me in my sport is that in rowing, the competition time is right when I have exams, so I can't physically compete without. Or like I can't physically compete because of my exams. So school is blocking me from getting the PE exemption, so I can't get it.
Last
Um,
year, during my exams, I was like skipping a lot of training, and my coach got so angry. I have a very like strict coach, so yeah, I he's still like on my back about it. He's like he still mentions it in training, like, oh, well, you skipped like a month of training last year, so every time I ever complain about anything, he always brings that up, and he calls me fat, unfortunately.
Well, he's not wrong.
By the way, speaking of
Oh.
fat, I gained a lot of weight during exam period. That's true.
Yeah, same.
You did?
Last,
Yeah,
my
same,
coach is
man.
kind of right. I got quite fat during that time. Like as much as he's fat as well, I did get quite fat. So he's right on that.
Do you have your abs back?
Not entirely. That's a goal. I'm gonna make that a goal for Cass.
Oh, that's a good.
I don't think that slides. I don't think. I
That
don't
does
think.
not slide, bro. That's not a.
You know,
That should be my
I
goal.
think it might slide. Honestly, it
No,
might
how are you
happen.
gonna like credit?
No, it could slide.
Like an
How are you
exact
gonna
mean-
verify that? You're gonna send
Yeah.
a picture of your abs to Miss.
Yes, do that. Do it
Every
before and after
single
picture,
day.
bro.
Every single day until you get abs, bro. And she
Genuinely,
judges when you reach that point, you know.
That's true.
What? Sorry.
She judges
the
when
one
you
who
reach the
judges it.
points to abs.
That's so weird. That would not slide.
Exactly. This is not slide.
But yeah. Okay.
Well, you want to say something?
No.
So,
Okay. Well,
Here?
what?
Should we end it here?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
you know,
that's
it's been a decent chunk of time. So, you want to
Come join us on our next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be
Well,
very
that was
interesting too.
a great episode of the Notice Podcast, and
Yeah.
we'll see you on the next one. Right?
Oh, it's called the Nutters because it's a play on the word nut. Because
La
you know we're
Châtaigne.
from La Châtaigneraie, and châtaigne means nut, right?
Chestnut.
And so we're the Nutters.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Notice Podcast. It was great filming. Hope you had as much fun watching. In future podcasts, you can expect subjects like politics, current affairs, human rights, and plenty of controversial subjects we might discuss. We might also discuss like more fun things as well. Who knows? We'll just go with the flow, and I really hope you enjoyed this Notice episode. And we'll see you on the next one. With that, roll the outro.